Hey, my Force family. Today is Friday. Happy Friday. Fun Friday to everybody. Hopefully, y'all woke up on the right side of bed. Hopefully, y'all had a great day today. Hopefully, you enjoyed Black Friday shopping. I didn't go Black Friday shopping, y'all. I don't have enough money to do that right now, so I'm probably gonna have to wait to do it. Y'all know next month is December. So I'm gonna try to get an intro for Vlogmas. I'm gonna try to do all 31 days, and stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I got planned for the new year, um, affirmations and all that, and what's gonna be new for the new year. But anyway, today, you guys, we're gonna talk about some people shouldn't have kids. When you decide to have children with people, be careful you have children with, because not everybody deserves to be a parent. Everybody doesn't need to be a parent. Um, some people just don't deserve to have certain parents as their parents because they don't know how to handle kids. Most parents, yell and scream at their kids. Most parents, um, even, you know, stop, sit down. Some parents, are very aggressive towards their children, and stuff like that. Um, and the reason why I'm saying this because I've heard a lot of different stories about parents being aggressive to kids, kids being aggressive towards parents. And it's good to have children, if that's what you want to have. But again, you have to be financially stable to have children of your own. Children are just not just a necessity. Children are a responsibility. I don't think a lot of parents understand what responsibility is until they have children of their own. Now, those of you who know, I had my first daughter when I was about 23 and 25. And then I had both my daughters back to back within 11 and a half months, 2 weeks and 12 days apart from each other. And I was only about 25, 26 years old at the time. And I didn't understand what it was like to be a parent. I didn't understand how much responsibility it was to take care of them, to feed them, to give them knowledge and encouragement, love and understanding, and sacrifice for them and make life easier than what it should be and things like that. And fast forward, when I found out I was pregnant with my son, I was it was good because I never had a boy. I always had girls. And before I had children, when I was probably about 19, 20 years old, I used to babysit a lot of my nieces and nephews. And those were my kids for a very, very long time before I had children of my own. When I got children of my own, I always asked my grandmother, my mother, and other people who raised kids, multiple kids, it was more than 5 or 6 kids, the advice that they could give me to help raise my kids to where they needed to be in life. And my grandmother always said, raise your daughter to be loving, kind, understanding, like raise her to be independent, raise her to not have to depend on people, but depend on you and depend on God, and that's all she needs. And so I kind of just took that advice with me as the years went by. She is going to be 9. My youngest is going to be 8, and he'll be 4 in July. But anywho, y'all, like I tell my oldest all the time, love yourself, take care of yourself, do right by yourself, give yourself opportunity to grow up and be a kid. Be a kid as long as you can. Once you become an adult, there are a lot of responsibilities when it comes to being an adult as it is when you're a kid. And those of you who know, I didn't have a childhood, so what I'm doing right now in my life is letting my kids have a childhood that I didn't get to have as a 5, 6-year-old little girl. Because a lot of you who know, I had to be a kid and a parent all at the same time. I had to take care of, stick up for my mom all my life, pretty much. Because as y'all know, she had grandma seizures for years and years. I had so many people who made fun of her throughout the years because of her speech and other things. And even as I got to an adult, I was still taking up for my mom. And even after my mother passed away, I'm still sticking up for her in a sense. Even though she's been deceased for about 7 years. But anyhow, but yeah, y'all, when you, I don't know, it's difficult being a parent. Some people can't have children, some people can. I always tell people that it's always good to have people who can help you raise your children. Stop! Sorry, y'all. He playing with the light in there. Stop. That can help you raise your children to the best of their ability. I thank God for my grandparents because my mom and my grandma really helped me with my kids a lot. You know, and a lot of people don't know when I was probably like, after I had my first daughter, I was thinking about giving her up for adoption because at the time I was so young. I didn't understand what it was to be a mother, and I wanted to give both her and my youngest up for adoption or the CPS or DCS at the time because being a parent was very difficult for me at that moment, taking care of both of them and my grandparents and working jobs. And then I became homeless after that. So it took a very long time for me to understand what God wanted me to be in that moment. Fast forward to now, after I found out I was pregnant with my son, I felt that same exact feeling that I felt with my oldest and my youngest. I didn't feel that feeling right away. It took time to for me to feel that way. You know, I wanted to give him up for adoption or to CPS or DCS at the time because, again, I was experiencing the same things that I was experiencing with my youngest and my oldest child. You know, so sometimes, you know, don't have children if you can't afford them. Don't have children if you can't handle them. Don't have children with just any and everybody. It's okay. A child is a blessing. A child is never a mistake. Most people say, you know, they have multiple children because they come from a big family. I'm not saying I wouldn't want children down the road. Maybe in the next year or 2 or 3 or something like that. Yeah, I would want more children, but I would have to be careful who I had children with. Because as y'all know, I was telling y'all, me and my fiance did talk about having another child eventually at some point, but he said he can't afford it right now. Maybe eventually at some point we might have another child. I don't know. It may happen and it may not, and it's okay if it does, and it's okay if it doesn't. Sometimes you can't force people to do things that they don't want to do or things that they should or shouldn't do. I tell y'all all the time, you know, I tell them all the time, I understand that kids get on your nerves. I understand they can be rambunctious, they can be too energetic, they can be too subtle. Sometimes they make you want to pull your hair out and things like that. I understand that being a parent, but at the same time, if you didn't want the child, why did you, you know, have interactions with that person if you didn't want that child? It's like, you know, because you're yelling and screaming at the child and being aggressive, that's making the other parent feel like you didn't want them in the beginning, and things like that. So, but that's not the first time that I have saw that. I saw that with my oldest child's father because y'all know he wasn't active for like 7 years. That last year and 2 months was the only time he was active. My youngest, her dad has been active for since she was probably like 6 months old. So he's been active um, father figure and mother figure as well. Because again, y'all know my financial situation was not the greatest at the time because I was homeless. I couldn't go see her like I wanted to. I couldn't call her every day like I wanted to. I couldn't go see her every day like I wanted. I couldn't even take her places because I couldn't afford it, and I didn't have enough money to pay for her and Talasia at the time, um, and stuff like that. Those of you, if y'all new here, I just started working about, it'll be 2 weeks on Sunday. So I was out for about like 8 months. Y'all know I took a break because I worked for 3 years off and on. And I had multiple jobs in between those 3 years. So I decided to take off some time to spend time with my fiance and my kids and spend time with myself. Take a breather for a minute because I did work for a very long time, y'all, and I got tired, overwhelmed, I got frustrated, and there was a whole bunch of different feelings that I was feeling after I stopped working there. I recently went back to work only because I'm like, okay, I need extra money. Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas is coming up, my kids' birthday is coming up, mine coming up. So that's one of the reasons why I went back to work. And then I want to have extra money to get a house or an apartment. Because y'all know our lease is up in a couple months. So I'm trying to have money for that as well. I'm going to start saving money to the side in my box in my closet. And then save some money in the bank. And save some money on some one of my cards that I have. And then I'm going to teach my daughter how to save money because I'm going to get her a piggy bank for Christmas. I'm going to get one for my other daughter and my son and for myself, so we can start saving money throughout every day, maybe every week, every month. So I'm going to do like saving vlogs, how much we going to save, and stuff like that. I'm waiting for the bills to come in the mail because I'm probably going to get a disconnect notice because, like I've been telling y'all, I haven't been able to pay the bills because they've been very, very, very expensive. And I haven't had enough money to pay for them and internet and my phone bill and everything else. We had to sell our TV because our antenna went out. And stuff like that. And then also, you guys, on top of that, our microwave went out, so we have to buy another one. Our toaster went out, so we have to buy another one. Our coffee pot went out, so we have to buy another one of them as well. Also, y'all, our heat went out, so they had to come and light the thing at the bottom in the heater in the closet in there. So that was that on top of that. And then we have to pay for a whole bunch of other stuff that we can't even afford to pay for right now. On top of lights, gas, internet, and phone bill. And not having a TV to watch. And y'all, we were running out of toilet tissue, paper towel, dish soap, laundry soap, just everything you can think of. And we were running out of money on top of all of that. So it was very frustrating to try to figure out what was next. But like I said, y'all, don't have kids if you can't handle them. Don't have kids with just anybody. Love your kids, take care of your kids, do right by your kids, because whatever you portray in life, far as your kids are concerned, the kids are going to give you the same energy as what you give them. If you give them, aggressiveness, yelling, screaming, and hollering, they're gonna grow up doing that same thing to their kids and their kids, on and on and on and on and so forth. So you want to make the right example by having children. You want to give them the right example to love each other, whether they have multiple siblings or just one or two of them, or however. All my kids are close. Even though y'all know Kid is not my biological son, but he's close to my oldest daughter and our youngest son. He's never met my younger daughter. She's never met him. She's heard about him and things like that. So what I want to do is, like I was telling y'all, I want to bring all my kids together, because my kids deserve to be together. They haven't been together in 3 years. So I want to make sure that happens. At least probably, if it's not right now, after next year, after we find somewhere to go, or if we're staying here, or if we're moving somewhere else or whatever, that I want to make sure that my kids are together, whether it's every weekend, every other weekend, or every couple weekends throughout the month, or every month or two. I'm going to try to map that out in my mind to see what would be best for everybody, because my youngest, her dad works, her stepmom works, and I'm working, and he's going to be working as well. So we got to find a balance between getting all the kids together, whether it's for the holidays or for the winter or for the summer. So we'll figure that out in the days to come. Let me know if you like this video. Like, subscribe, comment, hit your notification bell off every time I drop a video on my family channel. I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for your love and support. I appreciate you so much. Thank y'all for showing up and showing out on the videos, the lives, and the shorts. I really appreciate it, because y'all could have been doing anything else but being here. But y'all tuning into the channel. Thank you so much. Continue to do that for me. Our next goal, you guys, is probably between 200 and 300 subscribers. So if we could try to hit that before the end of the year, or the beginning of next year, would be wonderful. So make sure y'all come in and watch the videos to the end. Like, subscribe, comment, make sure you share. Always remember that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Always remember God is on our side. No matter who we are, where we are, who we're trying to be, or where we're trying to go. I'll talk to y'all later, and I love you. And I really love you guys. I really thank you, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.